So it was a prominent port city, crucial link for trade routes until the 14th century. This strategic location contributed to the city's wealth. Very wealthy people there. Of course, the emperor visiting there, the Roman legions. They had some Roman legions that were stationed there. That made it a very safe and popular place. Prosperity, attracting people from various backgrounds. However, it did have the Roman influence in emperor worship. Smyrna was a loyal city to the Roman Empire and actively participated in the emperor cult. Now, what is this emperor cult? Now, when you think about the emperor cult during Roman times, what you had was the involvement of the Roman emperor worship as God. Also, what you had was this, the occult. Where did that come from? That came from uh, early Egyptian, early Egypt. See, Egypt was part of this occult, but it goes further back than Egypt. It actually came from Babel, then came down as Egypt rose to be the prominent and dominant uh, society during its day. Then it went to Assyria. Then it went to Persia. Then it went to Greece. Then it went to Rome, where we are today. Okay? So that's how the Bible actually put it down. Actually, let me move. I need to put in one right here, Babylon. Then, so Assyria, Babylon, Persia, Greece, and Rome. That's how the Bible sees it. Now, were there some others that interacted in here? Yes. But why? What is this group right here? Number one, they interacted with Israel in God's plan. Number two, they interacted with the occult, or what the Bible calls false religion. That's really the key for these nations. They interacted with God's reconciliation plan and God's people. Then they also introduced false religion. False religion, folks, there was no everybody was a monotheistic belief back before the flood. Why? Because Adam was alive for most of that time. Yes, you heard me right. Adam was alive for most of that time. I got a chart here that I can show you what I'm talking about when I say this about Adam. Look, this is why most people back in those days wasn't atheists or anything like that. Why? Because Adam was a first-hand witness. So when you look at this chart right here and what I'm showing you, and you look at the timeline when these people live, look at Adam. All right. Adam, during creation, when did Adam die? How long did Adam live among his children? So here you see Seth, Enoch, Canaan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah. Guess what, folks? Adam was still alive for all these people. Yeah, think about that. 687 is when Methuselah was born. And if I pull this over, look at Lamech. Lamech was born in 874. Was Adam still alive? Of course he was. When did Adam die? Adam died right here. Look, 930. So all of these men, Enoch, Jared, Methuselah, Lamech. Who's Lamech? Lamech is Noah's dad. Lamech is Noah's dad. So Lamech knew Adam. Adam preached the gospel, friends, to all these people. He gave a first-hand account to all these people, to billions of people, millions of people, hundreds of millions. Look, I mean, think about this, folks. When they all sinned, the flood came in 1656, but Adam lived. Noah almost met Adam. Noah almost met Seth. You know, Noah met Canaan. 4 generations from Adam, Noah met him. He met Mahaliel, Jared. He didn't meet Enoch because Enoch was taken in 987 before Noah was born. But he met them all. He met Methuselah, lived a long time with Methuselah. Of course, he met his dad. But what am I trying to tell you? What I'm trying to tell you is when religion was born back here, where am I? When religion was born back here, folks, with Babel, Noah and all these folks and the people before him and his great grandpa, they had relationships with Adam. They knew the truth about the gospel. And the Bible says only 8 people by the time Noah and the flood came around believed God. But nowhere in there do you see false religion or false gods, or should I say, uh, multiple gods. That didn't start until after the flood, where there was no first-hand account available, and you had Babel, right? And then from Babel is the mother, or Babel became known as Babylon. Okay, Babylon became the mother, and this is why you see it over in the book of is it Haggai, where wickedness is packaged up and sent to Babylon. He is called the mother of all false religion. And that's why the end time false religion is also called Babylon the Great, mother of harlots. Harlots? Yeah, false religion has always been female deities, led by female deities. It includes all deities, but religion itself is called female, feminine. Why? Because God is male. All right. So there you have it. So they were involved with this emperor worship. The city was also home to several prominent temples, the false gods of Zeus and Selene, basically Artemis and Diana wrapped in a different package, which led the city into gross immorality. This practice put Christians in a difficult position as they refused to worship anyone but Jesus, leading to potential conflict with Roman authorities. They refused to participate in the games which were conducted in the nude. They refused to participate in the immorality, hence making others who did. And they all did, friends. Why? Because their religion allowed it. And let me give you an example. The religion of Mormonism allows great immorality. The religion of Islam allows people to go around raping their enemies, allow men to sleep with little girls. Their most prominent leader, Muhammad, he did it. Married a 9-year-old girl. Pedophile. The founding father of their religion was a pedophile. And you wonder why it's okay. That's why all the other men in that religion can justify having sex with little girls. Because the founder of that religion said, and he did, was a pedophile. The immorality in this stuff, man, is just unbelievable. And Christianity stands apart from all of that. Every false religion, whether it's a type of Christianity or a type of just a false religion that has nothing to do with Christianity, all fall into immorality. The Catholic Church have so many homosexuals in it, breed on these young boys because of the era that they're in, full of pedophiles and homosexuals. The Christians felt uncomfortable. They refused to be silenced regarding Jesus. And that's exactly what God said, that Christians are, and we read that where? In the book of Hebrews. That's why I took you there first. Friends, every place that I take you in the Bible, I do it for a purpose. I don't just, this isn't random, okay? This is me taking you to places where God shows himself. He says, hey, don't be weary. Don't be discouraged. I took this hostility and you endure it. You endure all this stuff, okay? And it's going to be profitable to you. Now,